Hi all. I just wanted to do a video so that everybody could see I was actually a real human. A few people had posted that I must be an AI bot. I assure you I'm not. Some days I truly wish I could be. I apologize ahead of time if I say too many times. The ADHD takes over and I can't have silence in my head between thoughts. And I may go from subject to subject, but I assure you, I am 100% real. I will not use filters when I do videos. I will not do anything with AI to change, make up words or anything like that. It's not who I am. If I speak it, post it, it's all my thoughts. I really am trying very hard to make sure that I answer every person that has posted. I think I got y'all. If I missed you, I am so terribly sorry, because sometimes it gives me that somebody posted, but then I click on it and there's nothing there. So I am doing my absolute best because I really do want to be there for all of you. I really want this group to be an energy force where we can help people, we can help each other, and we can find our way by hearing each other's stories, not feeling so alone, not feeling ostracized. I find that there's a stigma. I have a horrible stigma. What do you mean you're not over it yet? Yeah, I'm not. I don't know that I ever will be. Too much happened all at one time. And in the process of doing therapy, I found out that it started as a child. Who knew? I'll be 57 next month, and I just learned last year that I had some major trauma as a child. So trying to heal childhood trauma in order to fix how I behave as an adult and why everything hits me so personally as an adult, and why I feel like I need to constantly make sure that my surroundings I'm in charge of. Somebody might call me a control freak. It's not that. It's just that I am trying to control the outcomes of my life and how I feel. I've gotten really good at saying no. That was something I didn't do for the first 55 years of my life. No wasn't in my vocabulary. I learned it's the shortest sentence in the English language, probably the most powerful. My son passed away March 14th, 2022. That's when all of this started. I came home from being out with my in-laws, and I got a phone call from his fiance, and she said he was gone. And I said, well, where did he go? And she was losing her mind, pretty much. I realized this. I screamed as loud as I can scream. Any of you in this group that have lost a child or a close sibling, relative, whatever, you can understand that. I felt like my soul completely left my body. I felt like my heart stopped beating. My insides didn't work. My brain couldn't focus. I couldn't get a solid thought out. These things didn't last for days, but they lasted long enough that they left intense anxiety. I had to go see him before he was cremated, and it was the first time in probably 15 years, he was 29, that he actually looked calm and relaxed. That's a horrible thing to say. As his mom, I was probably, maybe, if I'm being honest, his biggest problem, because I was 100% an enabler. I did not want him sad. I didn't want him upset. You know, as a parent, you never want to see your child sad and upset. It's just something, you know, you just don't want it. Being an addict, he could not get the mental health help that he needed. And once he went off of my health insurance, it was harder for me to help him. When he was on my health insurance, we had sent him to multiple rehabs and to no avail. They're pretty much in and out, you know, revolving door kind of thing. He probably had better vacations than I've ever had. In any case, once he was too old for my insurance and he had to go on his own, he couldn't hold a job long enough to keep insurance. So getting help for mental health was darn near impossible. And now, he knew he had problems, and he would be really good for long periods at a time, and then he'd be really bad for long periods at a time. We all kind of did the best we could with him. His soul was pure. He always wanted the best for everybody. He didn't want to see people hurting. He didn't want to hurt anybody. That was the last thing he would ever want to do. So now I look at it as he was just too good for this world, so he needed to move on to a better place. He left behind a 7-month-old son who was absolutely 100% the best thing he ever did with his life, and he would absolutely tell you that. He was funny. He cried if Milo cried. Milo cut a tooth, you would have thought he cured cancer. He started eating off of a spoon. It was the greatest thing in the world. Like, no other child's ever done that in the world. So, Milo's pretty special to us. The other thing is he looks identical to his dad and has a very large amount of traits that his dad has. So sometimes for me it's hard, and then other times for me it's a blessing. So those days are, difficult. During therapy, I learned that my problems started with having an alcoholic mother. She was not your typical abuser because she didn't put her hands on me, not very often, maybe 3 or 4 times in my life. But the mental abuse, the constant competition with trying to be better than me. I'm your child. Why would you want to be better than me? Yeah, that's pretty deep. There's a lot to unpack there with my mom. Not sure I'm ready to tell all that story. She didn't protect me very well. We'll go with that for now. Boyfriends were revolving doors. The one that she did have for a long period of time, we'll unpack that later. And then there was the so-called therapist who my husband started talking to a year after my son died, all over the internet saying, grief counseling, wants to help people and all of that. Well, she ruined my marriage. My husband now lives with her, so there's that betrayal. You feel like you've spent years and years always being there for somebody. And then when you need that somebody to be there for you, it's too much for them. So they listen to bullcrap that people tell them. And even though they say they want to be where they are, they don't really do anything to change to fix the situation. Long and short of it is, I told him to leave because they continued to talk and she continued to put me down, and well, it just wasn't good. Over the past 2 years since that happened, I've learned a lot about myself. For one, I can change the tap outside on the house. I can change the hot and cold water in the washer, the hoses, and the little things that screw on there. I'm thinking they're called a tap. I have painted my entire house inside and out. I'm not helpless. I have a job. I have a strong support system. But the one thing that always sticks with me is the fact that there's times when I can stand in a room full of people and I feel 100% alone. I just don't know why that is. I know that it's a trauma and betrayal thing, that you don't feel like you're connected with the universe or anything in it. Those times are hard because it causes deep anxiety. And my anxiety started before any of this trauma and stuff that has happened to me over the past couple years. I was in my early 30s when I started having panic attacks, and I was driving my car and I blacked out with my twins in the back seat. There's 4 of them, by the way. My oldest son's the one who passed. So that started happening more and more frequently, and I would stop and call for an ambulance and go to the hospital. I went through so many tests, so many doctors, and so many things, like, is it my heart? Is it my brain? I mean, what's going on here? Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I want to pass out. I feel like I'm lightheaded. I don't know what's happening to me. Well, lo and behold, I have panic and anxiety. So once everything was figured out, I started taking medication. I've taken that medication ever since. I don't think I will ever be off of that medication. I take that to make sure that I don't panic while I'm driving, or panic when I get into a situation that I feel is overwhelming. When my son passed away, that medication doubled. Someday I'd like to take it back down to the lower amount. But I got a lot of healing to do, and I am not 100% healed. Will I ever be 100% healed? I don't know. I'm going on 57. Is it possible? Absolutely. I work really, really hard at it. I have an incredible therapist. We do EMDR, talk therapy, and she's just very understanding of the fact that I take everything personal, and I do. I take everything personal. I spent my whole life trying to make sure everybody around me was happy, taken care of, and felt like they belonged where they were. But as a conversation I had with a very good friend last night, I found we do that, but not everybody's like that. And it's kind of sad when you think about it, because she feels like I do. Maybe that's why we're such good friends. I don't know, but we do and do and do for everybody, and then nobody's there to do for us when we need it. I just needed somebody to understand that I was emotionally in a dark, dark place when my child died. It wasn't something where you wake up one day and say, oh, he's gone. Oh, well, no, it doesn't work like that. I kind of pulled away. I put myself in a corner, and I didn't want to be bothered. What I needed was for somebody to pull me out of that corner and tell me I was okay, that it was going to be okay. Nobody did that for me. But that's okay, because I am strong and I am getting through everything that has happened to me. I will never be defined by my trauma. Never. That's just not gonna happen. Daddy didn't raise a weak little girl. Finding my strength lately is a lot harder than it used to be, but I'll get through it. And that's why I wanted to bring us all together. I think that by all of us coming together and helping one another, that we can share thoughts, ideas, stories, happies. It doesn't always have to be a tragedy. Hey, I got a new car today. Hey, the kids called and we're having a new baby. I mean, let's not make this always about the bad. I really feel like if we share the good as well, it can help all of us heal. I feel like just having a community that understands you and knows that maybe just washing the dishes was a great thing to happen to you today. Share it. Tell us about it. I mean, just brushing my teeth was a great accomplishment after my son died and my husband left. Those things are important. And when you have a cheering section to back you up, it makes those things so much more. We are here to heal together, to talk together, to be here for one another, and to cheer each other on. You're gonna have good days, and you're gonna think you're sitting on top of the world, and you're gonna have bad days. Everybody has bad days, even ones who haven't been through what we've been through. But I promise you, the bad days will become less and less in number. Mine were every day. A couple years ago, it was every single day. I'm probably down to about 2 bad days a week, maybe 3 sometimes. This time of year, I probably will be more. My son's birthday's coming up, the holidays. It's very hard for everybody. And I'm sure it's hard for the majority of the country, right, that's lost somebody. So those are all very normal things. Missing the people at the table, that's hard. And it should be. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you shouldn't feel, that you should be over it by now. It doesn't work like that. We're all wired differently. Our brains and our hearts, they feel differently. We were all raised differently. So some people are more sensitive, take things more to heart. I know I do. I may never get over the hurt. I may never date again because of it. Who knows? But the point is, nobody can tell you how to feel. You just have to do the best you can do every single day. Baby steps, one day at a time. It's not a rush. We're not running a marathon. We're in it for the long haul. Take it slow. Find your way. Inside of you somewhere is a happy, healed person that's looking for a way out. And we're going to find how to get that person out. That is the ultimate goal. And I think as a group and as a team, we can certainly do that 100%. But anyways, I just was here to give a quick hello and spent 15 minutes that I didn't plan on spending. So I go to bed tonight with positive thoughts. Find something that makes you smile and makes you happy. I don't care how far back you have to go. Just find that one thing that can make you smile. Believe me, it will be worth it. Even if you gotta fake that smile, it can change somebody else's day. It can change your whole attitude. Talk to yourself in the mirror. I do it all the time. Tell yourself, you're amazing, you're great, you got this. Yes, do those things, because eventually your brain will believe you. And I promise you, every single one of you is beautiful inside and out and did not deserve anything that happened to you. So be well, keep smiling and shining bright until I'm back again. And if anybody wants to get in contact with me and do a video, let me know. I am always open.